Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach, and today I'm talking about she lost interest. So how can you reattract her? How can you reattract a woman who is losing or has lost interest? So if you sense that a woman that you're dating, a woman that you really like, is backing off, so maybe her messages aren't as frequent, she's not as excited to see you anymore as she has been. You can just feel and sense that she's not as enthusiastic about you anymore. What can you do? Okay, so usually to begin with, when this kind of thing happens, a lot of guys go into panic mode. Okay, and they think, oh God, I need to do something. I need to say something to try and fix this. I need to get her more interested in me again. I need to do something. When in reality, you don't need to do anything at all. Because if she's backed away from you like this, clearly what she needs is a bit of space. That's it. That's why she backed away. Because if she didn't need space, then she wouldn't be giving or trying to create space. Okay, so she needs space. So give it to her. And give yourself some space too, because let's say you've been seeing, you can be lazy with this, right? This is actually really good, right? The fact that she needs space, because obviously, if you've been seeing her maybe quite a lot, or you've been talking to her quite a lot, and she's decided that she's going to back off a little bit, that's great. You can focus on other stuff, right? You can be lazy. You don't need to look at your phone as much because she's not going to be messaging you as much. So this is great. You're not going to be seeing her as much because maybe that's one of the things that stopped happening. You're not seeing each other as frequently. Amazing, brilliant. You can focus on some other things. You can do some other things. You can catch up on some TV programs or catch up on some work. Go to the gym. Have more time to focus on your business. It's amazing. It's great, right? And that's the attitude that you gotta have every single time a woman backs away from you. You gotta be like, brilliant. I can finally get some stuff done. Okay, right? That's the best attitude to have. I know it's obviously a lot easier said than done because obviously you really like her. You're really interested in her, and you're probably really panicked right now. That's probably the last thing that you want to hear, but it does help to have that kind of attitude, okay? Now, obviously, though, you really like her and you want her to not... You're panicking. There's a chance you could be panicking right now. That, oh God, what do I do? But that's what you do. You give her space. So one of the things that you can do, okay, so if you need something tangible, in a sense, is you can match and mirror how she's talking to you. So let's say, for example, you grab your phone, right? And you look at your phone and you think, okay, so let's go through the messages, right? Let's look through the messages we've been sending each other. Who's been sending the more frequent messages? Who writes the longer messages? Who initiates the conversation most of the time? And if any of that is you, then you just now need to do less, okay? So let's say, for example, she messaged you yesterday at 9 o'clock in the morning and you messaged her back at 10 o'clock, okay? But she didn't message you back until 8 o'clock that evening. So that's a good bunch of hours, right, that went by, yeah, with her deciding that she wasn't going to message you and she was going to leave you on read or seen or undelivered until or just delivered. Because there's a thing that you can... I do this on my phone, and that is, I sound like such a boomer right now, but you can read the message, can't you? But you don't have to click on it for it to be read as seen. So she's got the message, right? But obviously, so basically, in a sense, she's got the message. She's probably seen it. Okay, she may have just not have opened it up, right? Or she may have opened it up, whatever. But like I was saying, there's been a good bunch of hours that have gone by since she responded to the message. So you give it a bunch of hours before you respond. Give it the same amount of time frame, or even do more. Yeah, double it, right? Because you've got to do less. Because if you want her to gain more interest in you, then we need to flip the position of you're pursuing her, now she needs to start pursuing you, okay? Because if you want her to be more interested in you, that's the best way you're going to know that she's got more interest in you again. because she's chasing up after you. So just do this for a little bit and see what happens, because either two things are going to happen. Number one, it's going to fizzle out, and you're just not going to hear from her again when you start messaging her less. Basically what will happen is the messages between you two will get less and less frequent, and it will just die out. Or she will start to feel reattracted to you again, and she'll message you, she'll reach out to you more. Okay? And when you see that things are starting to pick up, then that's great. Okay? Another thing that's going to help as well is that it's important that you date other women, because if you're just dating this woman, then the best thing to do is to date other women, because you want an abundance mindset. And it's not going to, because when you have other women that you're talking to, at least other women that you're talking to, then it's not going to sting as much when a woman loses interest. So, because you've got other women that you're focused on, and it's all about focus, you see. It's all about where you put your attention. And if you're putting your attention on this one woman, then yeah, it's going to feel like hell on high water if she starts to lose interest, because you've got all your eggs in one basket, that basket being that woman, right? So if you've got other women that you're talking to and your focus is kind of scattered, shall we say, between different women, then it's not going to feel as bad if one of them decides to dip out of your life, even if there is one that you prefer, and that one that you prefer is losing interest. But because you've got other women that you're talking to, maybe you've got other dates lined up, then it's not going to feel as bad, okay? And also it's a good idea to focus your attention not on romance and love, right? Focus your attention on other things as well, like your hobbies, any goals that you've got, your calling in life, right? Because that's what your main focus should be anyway. Your main focus in life should be your calling, your purpose, the thing that's most important to you in terms of goals, okay? That should be the most important thing in your life. Relationships should be lower down, okay? Should really, ideally, the first thing should be your health, right? Maintaining that, and make sure you're eating the right things, making sure that you're exercising, going to the gym, or exercising at home, whatever you prefer to do, running. There's an endless list of ways you can take care of your body. Then the second thing should be your goal and your mission and your purpose, your calling in life, okay? But it's okay for that to be the top one, right? Because you often see this with men who go to war, for example. You know, they're obviously not putting their health at the top rung, but it's still their calling in life. At least that's what they feel. Some of them don't feel that, but it's okay to put your calling above everything, because when you do that, then you really are in your masculine. But also it's a good idea to be taking care of yourself, okay? And then you can get to things like friends, family, relationships, other things that you've got going, other hobbies, right? But your main focus should be what you believe is your calling in life, okay? And when you're focusing more on that, and, you know, then you don't have as much time to be focusing on the women in your life, okay? So it's all about focus and where you put your attention. So there's a saying that I like, and it's that where attention goes, energy flows, okay? So where you put your attention, what you focus on, right, more of your emotional investment gets put into that. So if it's a woman, and your main focus is a woman, right, a woman in your life, then yeah, it's going to feel pretty intense if she starts to back off, okay? But if you've got other things that you're focused on, and you're putting your energy into those things, whether it be other women, or preferably your calling in life, your mission and your purpose in life, then that's going to be what you put most of your attention to, and that's where your energy is going to go, okay? And all these other things are just not going to feel as important, because you've got this fabulous obsession, because that's what it should be. Your calling should be a magnificent obsession, something that you're thinking about all the time. You're always thinking about, how am I going to make this work? How am I going to create more money by doing this? Or how am I going to make this the best product ever? Whatever it may be, okay? That's what you should be focusing on. So if she loses interest, give her the space, back off, match and mirror how she's communicating with you. And if she reaches out to you, remember, always try and make a date with her, because if she's doing something you want her to do, and you are mean or cold to her because you're upset that she hasn't reached out to you in a while, then basically she's not going to want to see you, okay? If a woman does something that you want her to do, reward her for it, okay? It's like how you train animals. Not like I'm making a comparison there, but basically animals respond more to positive reinforcement than negative reinforcement, and humans are the same, okay? If we do something and we immediately get a reward for it, yeah, then that makes us want to do it again. So if a woman reaches out to you and it's something that you've wanted her to do, then reward her by asking her out again, asking her when she's free to see you, and then arranging a date together. Okay, so that's what you do. That's all that you do. And if it fizzles out, it fizzles out. And if it doesn't fizzle out, that's great as well, right? Both options are great, because either if it fizzles out, then you'll know that she just lost all interest in you and she's not interested anymore, and you don't want to date a woman who's not interested. Okay, you want someone that loves you and wants to be with you. And if it fizzles out, then you can do that. You can find a woman that loves you, right? Or she'll come back and you can continue dating and everything will be fine and everything will be normal, okay? So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally, then please go to www.christinelovage.com and pick whichever coaching option works best for you at this current time. On that website, you can also find my book, Attracting the Beautiful Woman of Your Dreams, which you can read for free. You don't need to sign up, you don't need to log in, you don't need to do anything. It's just there on the website. So you go to the PDF reader, you just click on the link that says the book. It'll be on the front page of the website. Just scroll down a little bit, and also it'll be in the menu on the website as well. So just click on the menu and click on the link that says the book. It'll take you right there to the PDF reader where you can read it. Again, you don't need to log in, don't need to sign up, don't need to do anything. It's just right there on that page. And also, if you want a physical copy, you can get it on Amazon. And you can also get the Kindle version on there as well if you want to. And also, if you would like to support the channel further, you can gain access to loads and loads of videos that are going to be published eventually. So it's not a requirement, or you're not missing out on any kind of content, okay? But if you become a member, you get to watch a load of videos in advance, okay, before they get published to everybody else. But of course, all these videos will be uploaded eventually and published eventually for free, so it's not a requirement. It's just an extra way you can support the channel, or if you just really, really like my content and fancy a binge. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.